Texas did us dirty. The weather turned real cold.
Real fast.
Yeah, we were starting off boondocking for 3 months. We made it 3 days. I'm packing up in this today.
How's our dinner?
I'm gonna suffer through trying to split this on sand. Warming.
Not sure what this is on the solar panel.
It's supposed to get cold. The end. Easy peasy.
Thanks for joining us again. If you watched our video last week, you'll know that we learned a pretty important lesson about beach boondocking.
Don't do what I did. I'm an idiot. Honest to God.
Right in the sauce.
Babe, I'm stuck. The stupidest thing I've ever done.
But once we finally got ourselves out of the pickle we were in, we were able to reset, set up, and actually enjoy the beach. And honestly, this is the part we came for. We are Jason and Katie, and we've been traveling full-time for just over a year in our 44-foot fifth wheel. We love finding amazing boondocking spots and sharing how we navigate RV life in our own way, taking things a little slower as we adapt this lifestyle to fit us.
Okay, so you can see we are on Port Aransas Beach at exit number 1. I am up on the roof. We left our RV park, and I noticed when we were getting ready to go, I was putting some GoPros up on the top of the rig to get some of those cool shots for you. Our panels are a little dirty, so in order to maximize getting the little solar that we're likely gonna get before the weather turns, I'm gonna wipe off the panels. And in the meantime, we're waiting for Jason to plug the Starlink in so I can align it, because we're putting it here on the roof today. All right. Here is our solar panels. You can see, if you can see, we got a little dirt on them. It's not too bad. So I'm just gonna give them a wipe just so we can maximize what we're bringing in. Now, I checked when we got here what we were bringing in, and it was about 250 some odd watts. So we'll go and see what we're bringing in after I clean these panels. Okay, panels all clean. So if you can see, we have 6 190 watt solar panels on the roof with 4 100 amp hour lithium batteries in the rig. So typically we're good. We're gonna see if this beach boondocking experiment works out for us. By the way, doing these little solar inspections. Not sure what this is on the solar panel. Maybe you can tell me down in the comments below if that means we have some reduced intake on our panels or not, if it looks to be damaged or burnt like that. I don't know anything about solar panels, so I guess we'll see. Okay, to the Starlink, and we got to make sure our alignment is good on here. Wait for the fun light. And we are all aligned and good to go. There's the graders at work in the spot we just got stuck. They seem to move a lot of sand. So back inside the rig, we were at about 257, I think, watts coming in before we cleaned the panels. And it's only been a little bit, but you can see we're now pulling in about 380 watts. So that's a very, very simple thing that you all can do to maximize the amount of watts and solar coming into your batteries so that you don't have to run your generators.
And it's pretty cloudy out, and we're getting 370 watts coming in.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
I gotta go put some shorts on. It's humid here. Hey, babe, are we having a fire tonight?
Well, means we're on the beach. Thought it would be fun that we could have a fire and heat up dinner.
Yeah.
So we don't have to use a microwave or anything. So fire it is.
Meanwhile, you should show them around our campsite.
This is our campsite. It is not busy at all here, simply because it's supposed to get cold in like 2 days from now. Anyway, there is nobody around us for like quite a long distance, so it's pretty private, which is good. After we got stuck,
You should run that down the whole.
yeah, I messed up. I zigged when I should have zagged. Yeah,
I zigged when I should have zagged.
honestly, it was a rookie mistake. I knew as soon as I went in, it was an ungraded section and there was like big drifts of sand. I knew I was going to end up getting stuck in the trailer, fetched up, and that was it. So I just stopped. I tried to back up a little bit. Couldn't really move that much. Thankfully, there was somebody fishing with a big truck and towed us out. The end. Easy peasy. Anyway, I got to go split some wood.
Have fun.
Yeah, so it means we're on the beach. Why not have a fire? This is the opportunity. I mean, this is a great spot. I'm gonna split some wood. I don't have much, just a tiny little bit. I don't even know what kind of wood that is. I think it's pecan or something. But anyway, I'm gonna suffer through trying to split this on the sand.
So, don't know if he told you, but due to the weather, this is probably the only night that we'll be able to have a fire on the beach. I'm looking forward to supper.
We got dinner on the Brio. Just some red meat from some smoked ribs that I made the other day. We're gonna put some buns on there in a little bit, toast them up, have some dinner, and just chill for the rest of the night. Enjoy the rest of our fire.
It's humid.
It is getting pretty humid. Who cares? We're on the beach.
Okay, y'all have to excuse my hair. The humidity just does horrible things to it.
My beard's getting fluffy.
Just like a man has to go check on things. How's our dinner?
Warming.
After finally getting set up, we settled in for the evening and caught a pretty cool sunset. One thing we didn't really expect, though, was just how loud the ocean would be. The waves were constantly crashing up on the beach, and the roar of the water carried all the way up to the rig. It's not something we're used to hearing at night, but it definitely made for a different kind of beach camping experience. The next morning, we decided to head over to the Leona Bell Turnbull Birding Center, which is nearby. Birdwatching, as you know, is Jason's hobby, and this area is known for some pretty great sightings. This turned out to be a pretty good stop. Jason was able to add several new species to his life list, including a few whooping cranes, which, if you're a birder, is apparently a pretty big deal. And since dolphins are known to follow ships in and out of the bay around here, we headed over to the big pier to see if we could spot some in the wild for meat. Unfortunately, no such luck. And while we were out there recording what we thought was some pretty great content about Port Aransas and things you can do for free, our microphones had other plans. So yeah, we might need an upgrade. We did manage to spot a few sea turtles swimming by, but they were so fast I couldn't get my camera on them in time. Back at our camp spot, some friends arrived to join us on the beach. The ladies soaked up the sun and watched the kites flying along the shoreline, while the guys decided it was the perfect time to troubleshoot the onboard air compressor in the truck, which, by the way, hasn't worked since we left Canada back in October. All in all, it turned into a pretty low-key couple of days just relaxing on the beach. But on our last morning there, we woke up to rain. The bad weather we'd been hearing about had finally arrived.
It'll be fun packing up in this today.
With the rain coming down and the wind picking up, it was time to pack things up and get off the beach. Packing up in the rain is never fun, but staying here wasn't really an option anymore either. Just in front of the truck, our exit off the beach, a small river of water had started forming, which was enough to make us hurry things along. We did check it out, and honestly, it looked a little questionable, but at that point, we didn't have any choice. So Jay didn't hesitate, he just sent it and kept the truck moving until we hit pavement. Which left me grabbing the leveling boards, loading them onto the side-by-side, and following him off the beach so we could finish packing up on more stable ground. And once everything was packed up, we headed to a nearby RV park to get out of the weather. And after hunkering down for a day waiting out the storm, we decided to get out for a quick drive and see what the coast looked like. The weather still wasn't great, but we stopped by the pier anyway. And wouldn't you know it, that's when I finally found my dolphins, in the worst weather possible. Super quick reminder, if you're looking for one of these on-ice RV door locks, our link and discount code are in the description below.
What are we doing today, babe?
Texas did us dirty. We were boondocking on the beach for a couple of days in Aransas.
Port Aransas.
Port Aransas.
Yeah.
And the weather turned real cold.
Real fast.
So we're at...
Aloha Beach RV Resort in Port Aransas, Texas.
Yeah, they saved the day. Yeah, we were starting off boondocking for 3 months. We made it 3 days. It got cold here. This morning it was -3 Celsius. And now it's like -1 and -11 with the wind chill. So it's cold. We thought we would give you guys a tour of this RV park just in case you wanted to stay here because it is pretty nice. It is one of only 2 RV parks or resorts that are family owned
In Port Aransas.
in Port Aransas.
Yep.
And this one is pretty small. It only has 36 sites.
But what else it has?
There's a pool.
A heated pool.
Yeah, we ain't going in that today.
No, it's a little too chilly. It has, 36 sites with 7 of them being pull-throughs. And we're just walking you on the other side of our pull-through site over there. You can see. Yep. They have bathhouses, just we walked by. They have a laundry facility, which has several good machines. Hopefully you can hear us with the wind.
Man, it's cold.
And I think we're gonna try this tonight before we leave.
Just like so.
They have
Hot
a
tub,
hot
baby.
tub.
Yeah, it's like a 6-person or something maybe.
Yeah.
And it's at 102 degrees. She fancy.
And
Yep.
over here, this backs on to the nature preserve. I don't see any whooping cranes, but we did see some the other day.
Yeah, you can get your birding on.
Jason's in more bird watching heaven around here, except it's cold, so we haven't been able to be outside.
Yeah, and they even have a lookout tower.
Yeah, we're gonna go up to the lookout tower while we talk about
Or do
more.
we call it the observation deck?
It's an observation deck. We have to get into the pool area.
Yep.
Pull. Can't pull one-handed. So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about boondocking on the beach.
Well, for our 3 days, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't perfect weather. Our second day was really nice, but that's because this cold weather vortex from doggone Canada pushed down here.
Winter storm, whatever they call it.
Yeah, we're sorry guys. We didn't mean to get this pushed down here from Canada, but it happens sometimes. Anyway, whew, it's cold up here.
It's chilly.
The wind chill is frigid.
But we'll give you a little overview of the park. Obviously the pool, there's an office. And then right over there,
They got some tiny homes.
they have some tiny homes to rent. Meanwhile, if you're looking to stay here and you are boondocking on the beach, they do have what's called a boondocker special, which is if they have available spaces at any time
Oh, that's
and
warm.
you're boondocking on the beach. Jason's interested in the pool. If they have available spaces and you're boondocking on the beach, look out for somebody approaching you who could give you a discount card for your stay. Any other discounts, their website is full of information, but this place is really great.
Yeah, or you could say you're a subscriber at SG2RV and you'll get that $60 special as well.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Knew she didn't know. I was keeping something from her.
Is it SG2RV Life or SG2RV
SG2RV Life.
Life? Okay, tell them you know it and you watch this video and you can get a discount.
Oh, by the way, for all you guys pulling boats, they have a big laydown.
Extra storage,
So if
extra
it's
parking.
extra storage and extra parking.
Yeah. If you want any other information on this RV park, click the link below and we should have some information there. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and comment if you want, and we'll see you soon.
Sometimes the right feels like a wrong. Sometimes you're gonna sing the saddest songs, but look back up when you trip and fall, 'cause a view from here is kinda worth it all. Hold on, you got this. All that you wanted is on the other side, and you're gonna find that it's rough and it's wild, but it's worth every mile. And when it burns inside your soul, that's how you know that you're on the road. 'Cause you're on the road.
So if you enjoy our kind of ride, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, we don't plan it, we just roll with it.